My boyfriend had no problems with him at all. Like, he was great.
This is before that you got
Yes, this was like right before summer. I just broke up with him because I was like, I just need more time with myself. I just need to discover who I am. I want to be alone.
Very mature.
I want to just focus on myself. And like, as hard as it was to lose him and like lose each other, I feel like it's all God's.
All right, well, today I wanted to talk about why I think Sydney Thomas really broke up with her boyfriend. So Sydney Thomas was a University of Alabama student. I think she was like in her early 20s, maybe 21, 22, who became famous because, well, obviously she's a very attractive, blonde girl, but she was really the ring girl for the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight that was about a year ago. I just wanted to give my take on the reasons why she probably broke up with her boyfriend around the time she blew up on social media. So this girl actually had a small to medium following before she was chosen to be the ring girl for the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight, but she wasn't like super famous. She was kind of like a hot girl on Instagram who probably had 30,000 or 50,000 followers. Nothing super uncommon, but she didn't have the level of exposure that she does have now with millions of subscribers on Instagram. I think there's a number of reasons why she broke up with her boyfriend. She might have dated a guy that she was attracted to before she got the job, but didn't have that like burning sexual physical attraction towards him. So she's a pretty tall girl, and the guy that she dated may not have been her ideal height. He may have been her height. Maybe he was 5'10", 5'11", just around her height, or he might have been like slightly taller, 6 foot, 6'1". But she probably wanted a guy that was much taller than her. And height is definitely a make or break when it comes to what girls like. And seeing how she is probably around 5'10" or 5'11", she's going to naturally want a guy that's at least 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". That's totally fine to have preferences, but from my experience, being a guy who's very close to 6'3", girls that are 5'10", 5'11", they typically like guys who are at least a couple inches taller than them. A lot of the times like a guy that's at least 6 or 7 inches taller than them. And I think that was a big part of it. The guy she dated either wasn't her ideal height or just wasn't her ideal, type of look that she likes.
I think I need a man that's taller than 6 foot. I'd like a tall man in my life. I'm a tall girl.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm 5'6" and a quarter.
No, she's not talking about you, but I'm just like.
I'm just saying. I'm just stating my
okay.
life.
I'm just letting you know.
It's fine.
You can always like put on some taller shoes or something. Like,
Wow, that was very sweet.
I'm confident just the way that I am.
good. Oh, you know what? I love that.
No,
about
You might change her type. Maybe.
I think from a hypergamy perspective, when she got the job of being a ring girl for the fight, she knew that she was going to be seen by hundreds of millions of people. And that was a massive, massive boxing match. And I'm sure her social media manager let her know the amount of exposure that she would be getting. And this made her realize that once she gets this exposure, she'll have access to not just like taller, better looking men, but also like super famous men as well. And I think she knew that. And I think she broke up with her boyfriend because she wanted to be available for those men that would inevitably hit her up, as her current boyfriend just wasn't her ideal man, just wasn't her ideal type. And she'll say that she needed time alone to discover herself, but the real reason is so that she can date men she finds more attractive than her current boyfriend, and men that have just way more status than her. She's definitely a very attractive girl, but I don't think before the fight she would have been able to get exposure to like super, super good looking men or like super, super famous men. So the guy she was dating previously, she probably felt as though she was the best option for her at the time. But now that she's blown up on social media, she now has legitimate chances of dating pretty much any man on the planet. I think if she didn't get the job to be the ring girl for that fight, she probably would have stayed with her boyfriend. And that's the cold, cold, hard truth. And she doesn't want to sound heartless and tell the real truth. And to be honest, I'm not knocking her at all for breaking up with her boyfriend and pursuing men that she feels are better options now that she's famous. Like, we're all free to do whatever we want in life, and you can't really knock her for it. She's in her early 20s, and I think if any of us were in her same shoes, I think almost every woman would do just that. Like, I think it just shows that in human nature, if women and people in general are given more opportunities and dating prospects, people will take it even if it's at the expense of someone they had a very close relationship with. She's going to go through a phase where she'll date athletes, celebrities, super good looking guys, musicians. She'll probably never date a regular guy again. And that's just the way it is. And that's just kind of the way that hypergamy and female nature works. And like I said, she seems like a very nice girl. I'm sure she's a good person. This is just an example of, hypergamy and an example of when a woman, finds someone more attractive than the current partner they have, they're going to jump ship eventually.
Sydney Thomas is going viral for being at the Hawks and Heat game. People are trying to figure out which Hawks or Heat player is dating her because you don't just get courtside tickets for free. And now her basketball knowledge is going to be off the charts, since even before this, everyone kept calling her a certified ball knower. Sydney Thomas.
Well, that's my take on why Sydney Thomas really broke up with her boyfriend. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like. Feel free to comment down below your perspective, even though it'll probably be exactly mine, as I'm not pointing out anything world breaking. And feel free to subscribe. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care.